Hello and welcome to another Tuesday night podcast. I just saw my name change and Jeremy's got me straight off the bang. Welcome to another Tuesday night podcast. This is the Talking Parra Station Hotel Tuesday night live show. First of all, thanks to our sponsors, Beach Jerky, Eurowork, Bay Vista, Spot on Hose and Fittings, JD's Buyers Agents, X-Visor, Parra Leagues, Archibald Racing, Time for a Chat, Crown Property Finance, Riverside Brewing Co, Non-Stop Landscapes, and ZMS Trophies. Like I said, welcome back. Special shout out to all those first-time listeners. Thanks to those joining us from the Punters and Dribblers Facebook group. Love to see you. Happy to have you here. Thanks for the 200 followers you guys got us today. Means a lot. Obviously, your support is important to us. And shout out to the boys across at the Hello Sport. Is that the name of the podcast? Sorry, guys. I've got to try and... Is that it? Is it Hello Sport podcast?
Yes, Hello Sport.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Hello Sport podcast. Thanks to those guys. Thanks for the shout out last week as well. Love the banner, love the engagement, guys. Really happy to have you involved. Look, it's a dangerous time to be around, to be honest, because I'm at that point where, to be honest, I don't give a fuck anymore. Jez, what the fuck are you doing there? Where's Jason?
He wants to join the show. Oh,
sorry, Jason.
Jez.
Hi, Jez. Jez has got his own graphic floater on. He can bring himself whenever. Like I said, it's a dangerous time to be around because I reached that point where I just don't really care anymore. Troy, for someone else who doesn't care, how you traveling, mate?
Yeah, look, I'm going all right. Not too bad. After yesterday, seems like such a long time ago yesterday, doesn't it? But look, do you want to get into my thoughts about the game or just how am I going?
Yeah, let's go straight into it. Obviously,
all right,
lost 22. Just fucking down. We're up, down. It was a loss 22-20. The Tigers did obviously get ahead in the end there. Some controversial circumstances. Troy, mate, your thoughts on the game?
Right. Well, I've broken it down into positives and negatives. And we're probably going to talk about the negatives a lot during this show. But the 3-on-1 strip, which led to a Tigers try, obviously the injuries to Simonson and the HIA to Russell, the Tui tackle was not high at all. Mitchell Moses talking to the referee all the time. It's starting to annoy me, to be honest. I mean, yes, there's some times where he can do it, obviously. But he's just doing it way too much. And I've actually spoken to a former referee, and they said that the more times they do it, the more irritated they get.
How is Gavin doing?
It's going all right. It wasn't him anyway, but he's going all right. But the more he does it, the more they get irritated as well. So it'll probably work against him. But let's go to the positives. Obviously, the RP Twiddle debut and the 2 tries. The crowd record as well at Stadium Australia. Combank Stadium, 29,233 or something. That was great. I'd like to congratulate everyone, both Tigers and Eels fans, for the Neville Glover minute silence as well. There was not a sound during that, so that was really respectful. And just basically our team showing resilience when we were down to one player on the bench with all those injuries and HIAs. So they never gave in, and that's my positives and negatives for the game.
And that's Troy for tonight. Thanks, Troy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good night. See you later.
See you, mate. Go Parra.
Didn't know if we're on the Parra Cave podcast or not. You just kept talking, but it's probably the most you've actually brought to the show for fucking 5 years, so we'll go with it. So,
you actually
Jace,
done
mate,
research.
I know, yeah, he did research. I'll go in order. I feel like I'm going to have nothing to say about that, but Michael, your thoughts?
I reckon it was honestly the game of the round. It was close. Momentum changed a few times. I thought the hostility added to it. I don't agree with the crowd figure. I've seen more people there than that. Yeah, it's disappointing. I actually, as much as the ref made bad calls, I'm staying on that side of the fence. I still think the better team won. I think we made some bad errors when it counted, and when it counted for the Tigers, they didn't make errors. But overall, it was a very good day out. I was very drunk by the time I got home, and I really enjoyed feeding that Tigers player as he's on his way to the bin.
I'd expect someone who obviously supported the Tigers when they were a kid to say something like that, but I don't know how you can say it. And I know I'm obviously the football brains of the family, but the realistic fuck. What's the word? I'm after someone.
Realistic.
Yeah. The reality is, let's say that. Point of this is the Tigers 3 tries, right? Let's break them down. So they obviously score one off a clear fucking 4-on-1 strip. It's a clear 4-on-1 strip, right? Honestly, I said Ray Charles could see it was a 4-on-1 fucking strip. Like, you know, Diddy was even screaming out to challenge it. That's how obvious it was. Like, honestly, it was that bad that I just don't know how they do it. Their first try, I can't even remember their first try. They went through, that's right, they went through Pezet for their first 2 tries. Their first 2 tries went through Pezet. Their third try, they jumped over Josh Adokar, who clearly was injured, wouldn't have been on the field if we didn't have those other injuries. How can you say that they were the better team when we scored 4 tries to 3 and 2 of their tries, because everyone's bagged out of defense, but 2 of their tries were scored because they ran through one player. They offered nothing in attack, man. It was block play after block play after block play.
Yeah, we should have been up 16-0. We weren't because of a really poor decision by one of our halves. We then let them march down the field and score. Good teams get bad calls every game. They just get over it and win. That game was there for us to win if we had the stones. And I know I had a lot of injuries, and Moses defending in the centres really didn't help because they just started sending traffic at him. But the Tigers did the right thing when it mattered. We lost that game in the last 10 minutes of the first half. That's when we lost the game.
We should have a player. They should have a player in the sin bin. You mean then? Or because I'm not blaming the referee, but I still don't know how you can say the Tigers are a better team, because I thought the Tigers. No, well, the end decision was obviously a referee call, and I get it. If you say across 80 minutes,
I'm not saying they were a lot better team. I'm not saying they were a better team by a lot. I just think the moments that mattered, they got right, whereas we didn't, like that Pezet kick. A few minor moments in the game.
So you're one person that made 2 errors in defence and a kick. I think that's our best team performance besides one player. Your thoughts, Jason?
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, you're both saying the right things. It also comes down to what we did was actually turn it around, but then we ended up showing other flaws in our game. So all first 4 rounds, we didn't start well, and we couldn't start well. We didn't want contact. We were soft. Yesterday, we were hard. We were smacking them. We were tough. The forwards stepped up. Junior stepped up. It looked good. We went up 10-0, and we really should have gone on to put 30-40 on them. 100%. It was there for the taking. And then what do we do when we're up 10-0? Brian Kelly drops a fucking sitter off the kickoff. And then that was the down of Parramatta for the rest of that half. Our first 20 minutes was immaculate. It was unbelievable. It was great to see. We got the rub of the green of the calls as well. Like we were killing it. We were absolutely killing it. Our middle third defense was a lot better. But then mistake, errors, stupid decisions, Pezet trying to be some sort of superstar. He reminding me of Lomax again, thinks that he needs to do everything to support the team or whatever it is. Bro, just do your job, man. Like, honestly, trying to kick 40-20s, trying to do grubbers on tackle 1. Like, just relax, man. Pass the ball. I'm happy he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. That game was there for the taking, and we made some stupid-ass mistakes. Jack Williams bombed a try. Adokar bombed a try. Jack Williams dropped a sitter that was inside our half that leads to them getting the penalty to then win the game. Like, if you break it down, we beat ourselves. Tigers stuck in there, yeah, they stuck in there, but we beat ourselves. We should have pumped them. We should have absolutely pumped them. That first 20 minutes, they had their heads down. They were like, fuck, Parra's on. And then we just dropped again, mistake. The ref was shit. The ref was absolutely shit, but he was shit on both sides. The guy's an absolute gronk. The touchy was even worse. The touchy missed knock-ons and forward passes like you wouldn't believe. Like the whole refs were there. Yeah, it was a joke. All the refs were a joke, but we did beat ourselves, and it was really disappointing to see because we fixed something that we knew we had to fix, and now we've exposed another flaw in our game. And I don't know if it's fitness, I don't know if it's attitude, but that needs to get wrapped up quick, smart. And the last thing I'll say is I want to make a controversial call. Mitch needs the captaincy taken off him. I'm actually sick to death. I'm actually sick to death of it. He needs to go back to his game. I think he's worried too much about getting calls and making sure the ref's doing the right thing, and he gets really pissed off. And Gutho isn't there anymore to calm him down. Someone else needs to take the reins. He needs to focus on his game. I think he's also playing injured. That run that he made, where he got the head high penalty to kick the goal, he usually scores those tries. That was a gap as wide as he parted the Red Sea. He should have scored that. He should have scored that, but I think he's got some injury as well. So I don't know. That's controversial if you want to talk about it, but I think he needs the captaincy removed off him.
Yeah, look, I still have a short podcast tonight, and we haven't got around to 3 people yet, but I agree with that. And we'll go back to last year. I was never for the Mitchell Moses captaincy. I don't think he's a leader. I think I take that back. I think he's a leader the way he plays as a half. I don't think he's an off-field leader. I don't think he's a leader of the boys. I don't like the way he talks to some of the players. I know it's played a problems in the past as well. And I just don't think he needs it. You're 100% right. But the question is, who is? Because for me, Junior played his first game this year, but Junior's obviously at the end of his career. I'd probably shout someone like Jack Williams. You just gave him a bit of a roasting and said he made some errors, but I thought he actually played one of his best games of the year as well. I thought
he did. It was 2 crucial errors, but he did play well.
Yeah, the other one I still think should have been a sin bin, pretty obviously. The other one, he did well to be there with the number 8 jersey on his back. He just obviously dropped it thinking about what he was going to do. We'll get back around to that captaincy. We'll talk about it later on. We'll get to Hayden's thoughts because we've still got Jake and Jack getting over here getting fucking cold. So, Hayden, your thoughts?
Yeah, a bit of a frustrating game, obviously, yesterday. I think our goal line defence was very good for the most part, though. When the Tigers were going to their left-hand attack, it wasn't working, and we had players that were putting body on the line efforts, which is something we haven't seen for a while. We've given up in lazy, and it's crazy because you look at the stats and you see a lot of missed tackles for this game, but if you actually watch the game back, there's just so many times where the Tigers should have scored and been up by a bigger score, but I wasn't impressed with the Tigers because, when we had that sin bin, we scored a couple tries in those moments, but absolutely the Tigers probably should have been a team that went up by a bigger margin. So I think the boys held their head pretty high, and I thought some of the players that came off the bench or what was left of the bench played really good footy, but as you boys have said, some of those errors were very, very costly, and Brian Kelly there at the back with one at a big moment as well.
Yeah, he had a hunt of a moment, that's for sure. Your thoughts, Jake?
I disagree with I know you said you'll come back to it. I disagree with the Moses captaincy call. I think he just needs to pick his battles more because most of the time it feels like he's on the right side of it. He's just annoying in the way he goes about it. I think we've all glossed over one thing. We win that if we kick conversions. Like we missed how many conversions? That's
3.
You know what I mean? Like that's killer there in and of itself. One thing that I have to say in terms of I don't understand. We still have Moretti off the bench. We still have other people that can be playing prop. Jack Williams is a great player, but he's not a prop. He's not. He's too small, unfortunately. He was running hard. He was trying his best, but he's not succeeding in that prop position, and he hasn't ever since we played in there. He's a second rower. Shift Kelmer out because that dumb mistake he made right at the start obviously started our downfall. That idiotic mistake he made right straight away. Get rid of Brian Kelly. Okay. Just I know we have no. I know we have. I don't care.
Don't have anyone.
You know what? Honestly, I don't even give a shit. Put Jack Williams there, man. Put Jack Williams out in the centers. I'd rather that. I would honestly rather that than Brian Kelly ever be on that side again. Yeah, he's back there this week, so we're stuffed. But I don't know. That's my thoughts. I could talk about this all day. I'll let someone else go.
I want to apologise to I want to apologise to Jonah Pezet as well because you just made me remember that it was actually Brian Kelly that missed the first 2 tackles for that game, for the Tigers' first 2 tries as well. So sorry, Jonah, that'll be the only apology you get off me. No, I'm going to fucking roast you later. Jack, welcome, mate. We're back on your time, okay? So it's 8:15 up there or whatever time it is now because we've been going for ages and barely got anywhere. 8:30 up there. We thought we just let you wait a little bit and get used to the
I'm
new
not happy.
stuff.
I'm kind of tired. I missed the 7:15 starts for me. They were great. Back on the Pezet hate, because I just want to real quick go back. Our first 2 tries.
You mean the Pezet constructive criticism? Yes.
No. When our team slides, every time they go down that edge, Pezet drops back. He takes a step back before sliding, and that's where the gaps open up. It happened for the first 2 tries. He is so scared to initiate any form of contact that he wants them to fall into him before he makes a tackle. So yes, Brian Kelly had a shitter in defense, but a lot of it was Pezet disrupting the defensive line with the way he moves.
Yeah, that's right. And Pezet grasping at air.
He wants to play touch. Someone said it on yesterday, and I agreed. Also, there was a 30-minute period yesterday where we were making 15 meters a set, and Moses was having to boot our way out. We had 0 go forward that made the Tigers back 5 look like fucking world beaters where they're Reggies at fucking best. And that was just the story of it. We had no momentum. They couldn't throw anything at us. It took us to lose all our fucking players to get any form of points and then get piggybacked back up for the field for them to win the game. yes, we made a couple of stupid mistakes, but overall, the improvements are there. It's just tweaking everything now. Doesn't help we've got no fucking players, but
Yeah, 100%. I'm actually thinking about playing this week. I just have to return Jason Rolls' call. But I think the interesting point was everyone goes, oh, when Bailey got injured, we targeted that wing because obviously they were a player down. We stopped doing stupid fucking kicks. It was the Moses to Lomax kick last year. I think I heard Jason said, Bailey's the new Lomax. We actually started putting the ball through the hands, which brought our fullback into play. That try that Appa scored, yes, it was obviously they were one short in defence, but they actually had the numbers there to cover it. They actually did really well defensively to cover that. They stacked that edge. They knew they were short, and they got across. When it come across to Joash played straight and obviously gave the ball and lined it up. We weren't doing that. We haven't done that all year because that whole right edge has literally just been kick across to Bailey and hope that Bailey can catch the ball like we used to with Lomax. And I said, it's just poor tactics. We've got the backline moves there. It seemed as soon as Jonah went off and went, fucking, let's just get into this. Let's just get into the Jonah bashing because it's going to happen and it needs to happen. Yeah. Because I'm now putting this down as one of the worst signings the club's ever made. I know Michael's been pretty open about this. Obviously, at the start of the year, a lot of people have had their opinions and how it would help the younger players and stuff. But for me, it's over. This experiment's fucking done. He's out for 4 to 6 weeks. I don't want to risk wish an injury on any player. But for me, this is a blessing for Parramatta. Hopefully Lorenzo plays this week. Hopefully. I'm not giving any inside information out, but let's hope that he does play. I don't know what the fuck is going on there because it come out he was going to play. Then all of a sudden they made Ronald Volkman there. Oh, wow, we've got Ronald Volkman. It's like having fucking banana bread when you've got octoplets. Ronald Volkman for me just isn't it. We have to start. Michael doesn't get my Simpsons reference. Jack got it. Jason got it. Yeah. I got it. But I think we need to turn around and obviously go with that Lorenzo thing now because it needs to work. Because Pezet, it hasn't worked. It's been a fucking epic fail. And we've got to make the call now. He's never going to be a 6, right? We've got a 7 there that's obviously doing somewhat of a job, even though he's carrying an injury. And it's a joke. Where do you sit with this, Troy? The Jonah Pezet signing now after seeing 5 games?
Yeah, no,
Sure.
it hasn't worked.
Everyone wants to have their say this time.
Okay, no worries. No, it hasn't worked.
Oh, is that it?
That's it. Bravo.
Yep.
Next.
Aiden?
It's frustrating because we saw such a great game from him up there in Brisbane. I said that Dylan Brown last year going against his new club, that's where players stand up when they want to show what they've got. And now in the last couple of weeks, it's gone from poor to very awful performance. We've seen the stats there. I saw some good moments the other week where he was passing the ball to that left edge against the Panthers. But as for this game, thought it was atrocious. And I think you boys said something about grasping at air. He's always grabbing at the jersey, never going in that effort of the tackle. So for our 6 to try and lead some players like this, I've been really disappointed in the coming weeks, especially yesterday. And I was happy to see him off the field, unfortunately.
Michael, Billy Rogers, Luke Kelly, Jonah Pezet. Worst player to come from Melbourne to Parramatta, which one?
Wow. I've forgotten about Billy Rogers. Yeah, this is the moment I get to say I told you so. I said this from the very beginning, and this has nothing to do with who Pezet is. As a person, I don't people come and go. I don't hold grudges, all that sort of shit. It's about what you do on the field for Parramatta when you got that badge on your jersey. It hasn't worked at all. It was never going to work at all. It was really, really short-sighted. And I think, like you said, this is going to be a blessing in disguise because we need now to go, righto, let's get Lorenzo ready and get him in there. Because realistically, if we can't make the 8, Pezet should have been out the door anyway into reserve grade to start looking at next year. The fact that we bought him to win more games just this year for 1 year was absolutely fucking ludicrous. And we've said it 100 times. I'm sick of having just good years where we win games. I want big picture. And the big picture was always going to be Lorenzo or Lincoln Fletcher. We should start that now. We've got a chance. And persist with it. Because Lorenzo will come in and he'll make mistakes. But he is a class above at his level and we need to persist with it. And we need to get him and Mitch ready for next year. So, yeah, he's the worst signing in our club, I reckon, for me. I reckon he's worse than Watmo.
He's
destroyed player morale, I reckon. I reckon there's a bit going on there. I I don't know.
I'm just going to come out and say there is a lot going on, and I'm not going to hide behind it anymore because I've been hearing about this for weeks. And when I had a good relationship with people from the club and they wanted to communicate, they wanted to deny it. But I'll say now, there's a lot of players unhappy that he was bought in, and he was bought in for 1 year. Like Michael said, it's about the emblem. He's not playing for the fucking emblem. He's there for himself. He's there to grow his own game. He is there because he didn't want to be playing reserve grade at Melbourne. Let's be honest. It's the only reason he signed for Parramatta and didn't stay at Melbourne for another year of this club option. Brisbane couldn't afford to take him, so he come to Parramatta and he's there to do that. And like I said, this is nothing against Jonah as a person. I've met him. He's a great kid, and he might have a great career. He might develop well. He's definitely a 7. We know that. He's not a 6. So are we partly responsible for this? Are we partly responsible for bringing someone in when we had a New South Wales and Australian halfback and expecting him to turn into a 6? Is that saying that Parramatta are responsible? Probably. I think that's a fair shout, but some people might agree, some people might not. But we're expecting a kid to come up who's got a big future. He's being touted, like whatever that fucking other word is. I can't talk tonight. Everyone knows he's going to have a big future. Like, he's been spoken about for years. Yeah, that one. That's the word I was after. Right? And he's got the pressure of being a regular first grader week in, week out now for the first time in his career, playing in a position that he doesn't know. And if someone wants to turn around and tell me, someone just mentioned Lee Mossop and I fucking lost me shit almost. If someone wants to turn around and tell me there's no difference between a 7 and a 6, go watch the Tigers play on the weekend. Because the Tigers had Jock Madden playing 6 as an out-and-out 7. Adam Dewey, everyone knows Adam Dewey has never been a 7, right? And the Tigers are playing better football because they've got an out-and-out 7, even though he's wearing the 6 just to confuse the fuck out of everyone, like Nico Hines and Braden Trindle at the Sharks. What sells the most jerseys, to be honest. That's what I can't get around. And I feel like we're partly responsible. Now, we've got the chance to bring a 6 in, a genuine 6, and bring the bloke who's been playing fucking 7 in New South Wales Cup whose name. So get Lorenzo in there. That's what the fans want. Club has to make this call because we're sick of fucking waiting. Like I said last week, it's been 40 fucking years. If we get Lorenzo in this year and start getting ready, we might be able to do something next year. Who knows? Your thoughts, Jack, on let's go the whole situation of halves. Whatever else you want to talk about. It's an open forum for you tonight, mate. Welcome New South Wales, buddy.
Well, I'm just going to quickly throw this out there just because I haven't brought him up in a while. We win yesterday if Dylan Brown was at 6. Just saying that there. Because we don't let it in the tries, and he's a 6, and he doesn't do stupid fucking plays in attack. Pezet situation. I think Parramatta's GM watched how he played in the finals against the Dogs last year and went, holy shit, this kid's a world beater. Let's bring him in. He's going to win us games without realizing the fact that it was a 1 game. I don't think we had enough faith in Joash as a full-time 6. We didn't think that Lorenzo was ready. So he was a placeholder. And it's blown up in our face because we've realized that he's not a 6 and it's forced Mitch to play in a way that he doesn't like playing, and it's made our team overall worse. I don't wish him to be injured. I wish we just dropped him. But, I mean, when life gives you lemons, you make fucking lemonade out of it. And now let's give someone an actual chance to 6. Fingers crossed we put in Lorenzo because Volkman's as much of a 6 as Pezet is, and he can't even win us games in Cup. So I can't imagine him contributing that much in first grade. Again, only on the field, I bet they're lovely as people outside of the game.
Can we just touch on this? I don't know this bloke's trying to say a bit harsh on the Joash comment. Go give some more detail. No one said a bad thing about Joash. We're saying the club didn't have faith as him a 6. That's why they signed this short-term option. I think we all had faith in him, Joash, playing whatever position he wanted to play. He did a job last year and been his number 1 supporter, to be honest, because he deserves that. And I thought he played really well at fullback on the weekend. Your thoughts on the situation at the moment, Jake?
I hate to say this because I was a supporter of the Pezet signing with the proviso of, I kind of thought we have somebody who's pretty ready to go. Like I got the sentiment. I got what the kind of goal was there and the way I saw it. I understood it. I was kind of on board with it, but I'll have to give Mika his credit where he has said it's never going to work from the very get-go. I'll give him to where it's fair. It hasn't worked. And you're right. Moses had to change the way he's playing. Pezet doesn't take a single run in games. Like he's not taking any, and he was never going to. Now that I think about it, I have been so excited to see Talatona play. I don't think it'll be a late switch this week. I think because he had that big HIA last week, that's why Volkman's playing. I think because they're just trying to they put him on the extended as a maybe. They're kind of maybe going to decide what they're going to do, but I think they're going to give him an extra week after injury and maybe see how Volkman will do. But yeah, I hope Pezet doesn't come back into the first grade side, barring if friggin' the way we're going, just injuries. We just have if we have injuries and then we have to have him play again, then we go from there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to see him back in the side again. The way he's been playing, it just hasn't been good enough.
Yeah. Jace, your final say, mate. Who's playing 6 the rest of the year?
Yeah, look, again, we don't want people to think like we hate Jonah or anything like that. The kid had his manager probably spin magical tales to Parramatta to get them to believe certain things. Braithen Astor, if you want to sell your house, probably get him to do it for you. You'll probably get you $5 million for a $500,000 house. It's just we can't blame him. That's the way he plays. That's maybe he's trying his best. His best isn't good enough for NRL. He can't tackle, and he doesn't know how to play anywhere except for out and out 7. And so he can't play 6, and Mitch's game has been disturbed. What this reminds me of with Parramatta is we did not appreciate how much Dylan Brown did in defence. We just didn't appreciate it. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, it'll be okay. But I don't think we actually appreciated, nor did we set up for the fact that Brown was going. And just like Mika said before, Evan, I was super skeptical about Pezet for the 1-year deal. It had to be from the get-go. He was killing it, and he looked sharp and super in attack, and he was putting on hits. And that's great signing, but 5 rounds in, and he grasps the air, and he can maybe put on some great assists. But you'll see that game against the Broncos, Moses went quiet. It was as if Moses wasn't even there. And Pezet did everything. Pezet had like 6 try assists. Now, that's only because as well, but Broncos suck at the beginning of the year as well. You know, it just really reminds me of us not being appreciative of a player that we're losing. It's almost like a Radradra situation. We did not think how much we missed Radradra until we missed him. It's the same with Dylan Brown. We've brought in someone who's got the defensive capabilities I could probably do better, to be honest. There's a reason why he didn't play for Melbourne. There's a reason why Broncos have held out as well. There's a lot of reasons. Now, again, he's probably a good bloke, and I know he's probably trying his best, but he's not doing the job. And it's Parra's fault, because when we went to the member forums, when we asked the question, it was because, one, he's a great player, he's a gun, he's going to win us games, we're going to play finals, we're going to be top 4. That's why we need him. And 2, because Joash, Lorenzo, everyone's not ready yet. But Joash was killing it. I think back to the New Zealand game in New Zealand where his defense was excellent and he really supported Mitch in the way he needs support, because Joash is a little gun, he's energetic, and he does his job. He doesn't want to be the hero, he doesn't want to be the superstar, he just wants to do his job and play well. Pezet wants to be, Moses on steroids, and he can't actually do it. So, no hard feelings, nothing bad upon him. I really hope he's okay. But as Adam said, it's a blessing in disguise. We're going to see a much better Parramatta on the weekend without him. And I hope they put more faith in the young guns.
I just want to know, Jason, are you the number 1 Joash supporter, or is Adam? Because last year you were all over him. So
yeah, I'm still his number. I'm in my heart. I'm number 1 supporter, obviously, always, no matter what.
Yeah, but who is number 1, Adam or Jason?
He just likes me more. He hasn't got an AVR against me because I didn't try and stalk him in his house and stuff like that, allegedly. Look, I just want to touch on this quickly, mate, because this bloke's been saying quite a bit and crapping on for quite a while. I'll say this one more fucking time, bro. It's been 40 years, right? 40 years. We lose our patience after 5 rounds. Look like we're going to have another shit year where we do nothing. So, like I said, nothing personal against him. We're not bagging him out. We just think we are bagging him out. Not bagging him out as a person. We just think it's a dumb decision that's been made. And we're really struggling to come to terms with it. And, we don't want to sit here for the next 22 rounds and be discussing why it was a dumb signing. We're going to be aiming to still play finals football this year because we're still in a position where we can. You got your hands in the air, mate. Wave them around and fucking talk.
Just before you go to Hayden, I don't think he's had his say. I just want to touch on 2 things Jay said while they're still fresh. He talked about not recognising what we lost with Dylan and his defence. That's because when Dylan signed with Newcastle, we should have dropped him then. The issue is we didn't prepare for Dylan going. We should have dropped Dylan back then and put whoever was going to fill in till Lorenzo got ready back then, because that way this year we wouldn't have been so bad, which is what we then need to do this year for next year. Right? So that's half on us for not preparing. As for the Pezet thing, I wouldn't care if we've won 5 games from 5. I would still stand there and say it is a horrible signing, because There is no way we win the comp this year with a spine that's played less than 15 NRL games together. That has never happened in the history of the NRL and won't happen because of what we're seeing now. So, yeah, we might win a lot of games if he's going better, and we might finish 6th and have a good year, but then we start again next year anyway. So I wouldn't even care if we were winning games because of him now. It's still a ridiculous signing.
Yeah, but we've done it before.
What's Ted talking?
2005, we've done it with a debutant at in the halves.
Did we win the comp?
No, but we won at
There you go.
premiers. But that's look. I'm just saying that was the aim. So if we were 5-0, if we were 5-0, we'd be going Pezet. You know, like of course we would. But that's not what happened.
You probably would, but I still, you know, you'd be going, yeah, this is good, but I still wouldn't think we were going to win the comp this year. Like that's a massive.
I said
I win the comp with a 50-point curse.
True,
I said the only we got that as well. The only way this was a good signing was if we won a comp. Even if we got beaten in the grand final, it was a fail because the reality is we had to reset next year and restart. So, look, before I go to Hayden, I forgot to do this at the start of the podcast because I'm fucking useless.
I had my say.
Did you? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you did.
Fuck, it must have been memorable. Look, we are giving away a $100 voucher tonight, as stated every other week. I forgot to do it to the Station Hotel. $100 food and beverage voucher. So please share the podcast. When you share the podcast, comment, share. There you go. Willie's on it, mate. Willie Fister button. Great name.
Mate, he's been in the comments the whole time. I can't believe it's the first time you've noticed that.
Yeah, some of us are professionals, Jake. We don't read the comments. We just, play along. So, like I said, share the podcast. We said shared, and we'll draw it at the end. You do have to be here to claim. It does have to go off. Moving on. Fuck, that took a while. Man of the match. As a podcast, we voted Appa Twiddle as the man of the match. 26 minutes, and what a 26 minutes that was. If I could give my missus 26 minutes, I'd actually be fucking stoked. So, 2 tries, 1 breaks, 4 tackle breaks, 8 runs, and 93 run meters. If you times that by 4, it's one fucking hell of a game. We'll go around the grounds, keep it short, keep it sweet. I don't want to be here all night. I've got to make my wedding on Saturday the way we're going. I'll struggle. Troy, mate, you're man of the match.
Yeah, exactly him. I just think made an absolute impact, grabbed his opportunity as soon as he got on the field. And look, those 2 tries in the corner will cost him a shoulder injury, but nevertheless, he just really went for that corner and got the ball down and got Parramatta back into the game. So, yeah, one hell of a debut.
Yeah, one tough motherfucker too. He did an AC joint. Looks like it's a grade 3, so potentially 3 to 8 weeks, maybe longer. Can be up to 12 and played the rest of the game. When you think his first carry obviously went for about 5 meters, so great effort there. Hayden, your man of the match?
Yeah, I'm giving it to Appa Twiddle as well. And a lot of people have said, he's not ready for first grade due to his defence. But in that 16 minutes he played, 6 tackles, no missed tackle. We saw the 2 tries. The stats are there. Went to fullback as well. Positional change. Appa's my man of the match.
Yeah. I won't let her say it. Can Appa Twiddle. Don't I say it the same as everyone else? Twiddle?
Is it meant to be Twiddle? They say Twiddle.
Twiddle, yes. I think it was Troy.
No, I mean, I'd struggle with Jason Smith if he still fucking played for us. Jace, your player of the match?
Said Twiddle.
Yeah, look, I struggled with either Junior, Jack, and Joash. I went with Junior.
Triple J.
Yeah, Jack only because of those 2 crucial mistakes. But he had a good game. I think Junior, like you said, was his best game of the season so far. He really stepped up. He really wanted the contact. I really like that. And for me, you don't really notice it, but some of the things that Joash did, I really loved as well, especially that try we talk about. He held it up and drew in the player just enough to give Upper enough room to run. And I love seeing that sort of stuff because, he's so young, whatever. But Junior, great game for me, man of the match.
Yeah, I'll jump into the same one before I go to Jack and Jake and Michael. But I'm sitting in the same ballpark as you. I had, a lot of people. I thought Jack Williams was superb until that era. Junior, his second stint was probably the best footy we've seen in place in 2022. I don't know what someone said to him, but someone must have fucking pissed him off. Like, someone must have been telling him they'd fight him in the car park or something because he came out and he just wanted to kill blokes. And that's the Junior I love to see, the Junior that wants to kill blokes. I want 4th grade rugby headgear Junior. I don't want Junior who walks in and wants to cuddle people. I want Junior that wants to fight you after the car park. Like, if I have to fight Junior in the car park every week to get that out of him, I'll take a punch to see that Junior every week because I love seeing that from Junior. But I'm going to go someone who went under the radar and did an excellent job, covered multiple positions, and I thought was superb and got through some big minutes. And my actual man of the match was Charlie Geimer. I thought Charlie Geimer played his best footy since he made his debut. We know he struggled last year. Obviously, lost a lot of weight, got a lot fitter. Struggled to, I guess, go to that second row position. Spent a lot of time in the middle. I think he was in the centres for a bit once again as well. Just filled a gap for us. And if Charlie keeps doing that week in, week out, it won't be long before Charlie's knocking on the door of a starting spot and we're starting to remember his name again because people seem to have forgotten how good that kid and how promising he was on debut. Go to you, Jake. Your man of the match.
I'm actually going to go with Junior as well. I just think, like you said, it's the best footy he's played in a little while, but it was the most aggressive. But he found that balance between like aggressiveness and still that slick ball passing, which when he can get that right, it just changes the whole team. So
yeah,
that's it for me.
Fair shot. Mika.
Yeah, I'm going to go Junior because I was tossing up between him and Twiddle or Twiddle, however it's pronounced. Someone please let me know. I just thought we've been crying out for our forwards to step up and bash someone for a while, and I thought he really did bring it, and I'm going to take credit for it because when he walked back on in the second half, I said, get out there and fucking kill someone, Junior.
It's funny because, I'm pretty sure he actually said in one of his interviews, I want to thank Mika from the Talk to Parra podcast. Yeah.
I inspire people. I'm a man of the
people. Can you do the pre-game speech this week, please, Mika?
Mate, I'll get him motivated. Don't you worry about that.
You won't be there. You won't be there for sure. Jack, your player of the match?
I went Appa. I mean, start speaking for himself now. It's 26 minutes he played. But real quick on the Junior thing, in the pre-game, he was in the sheds and he was doing some form of prayer that he's doing. And I said to Chris, he looks locked the fuck in right now. Like he just felt super intense. And even when he ran out, he did his little pre-game prayer that he does. He's walking up the field. And he just felt super dialed in. So it's not something I've seen with him in the last 18 months. And like I saw someone say that he hasn't bent the line, felt like he hasn't bent the line since 22. And he was fucking folding people left, right, and center that first stint. So look, I'm going Appa, but Junior's a close second. And cheers, Jez, for the updates. I do miss the go yourself deal bags one, I must say.
I reckon Junior got a bit horned up after his try, hey? He just was pretty excited, want to kill blokes. Like doesn't find the trial. He doesn't find the trial number. We had to wait till round 27 something because we gave him a shout out last year. So he crashed over pretty easy. I reckon after that, he thought, oh, fucking how easy is footy? I remember how easy footy is. Remember I used to do this every week and just kill blokes for fun. Look, we'll go to the defender of the week. I know there's a lot of bad language. That's just our pronunciation of Twiddle. Let's go to let's go to the Riverside Brewing Co. Defender of the Week. I haven't got all the graphics this week because short turnaround, 1 day turnaround for the boys. Yep, Michael's drinking. He's only on my skewy moi mois because I keep forgetting to give Jason. I said, don't make sure I don't forget your skewy moi mois. I thought,
fuck!
I got yours, Hayden. Like he's gonna have to get him at the wedding on Saturday. It's the only place I'm gonna be able to give you because I keep forgetting. Yeah. So Jack Williams was a defender, 47 tackles, 92% success. I want to talk about defense quickly and missed tackles because I know Riley's been copping a lot of shit in the comments about missing tackles, bouncing off tackles, all that kind of stuff. One of Riley's or two of Riley's tackles in the last 5 weeks have led to tries when he's bounced off him. He's the first contract. He's a smaller body, and a lot of hookers will cop that. A lot of hookers will get bounced off and then jump back on the tackle, and it still, as a stat, counts as a missed tackle. I don't know what you're laughing at. Anyway, so obviously, there's a lot of missed tackles happening in that regard. There's also a lot of missed tackles happening by your Jack Williams and your Kelma Twangis when they're having to defend certain other players who can't tackle the way out of a wet paper bag. The fan voted man of the match was a landslide. Peter Goff took out the fan voted man of the match. That was quite good, actually, and I didn't even plan that. It just kind of happened. You go to the public and you say, who's your player of the match? And everyone said Peter Goff. So I think a lot of Tigers fans got there and baited that one for sure. But our good friend Peter, he's been rewarded this week with a week off. So congratulations, Peter. You stuck to your task, the NRL task of fucking Parramatta, and you get a week in Fiji, I'm guessing, provided by the NRL and Mr. Peter Vlandis. So not a lot else to say about that. We'll just quickly go through this. Top performers, Simonson topped the runs, Twiddle 2 tries. Walker I thought was excellent again. I can't believe no one gave Walker a mention, actually, in the player of the match. I thought it was one of his best games. I still think he should be off the bench, Joe. 47 tackles for Williams, as stated. Usual suspects up there making the tackles. Tackle break Simonson. Simonson's killing it. We're going to get to his injury soon. And we threw a few more offloads this week, which was great to see as well. All right. Let's get to the injury ward, thanks to Wingboy, and it's going to take me quite a fucking bit because I couldn't fit them all on here. Hopgood gone for season. Dury gone for season. Hopgood had his ACL surgery last week. Dury's booked in for his ACL surgery on Wednesday, tomorrow. So good luck with that one there. Ongi syndesmosis around 13. Richard Penasini, I can't get confirmation, but I'm reasonably sure it's just a bit of knee soreness. He should be back around 7 to 8. Probably would have got debut actually if he was available. Samrani meniscus around 13 to 15. Simonton, obviously, it was a dislocated ankle. They're not saying season yet because it really depends on how bad the break is, but he could have surgery straight away. So he could actually get back for the back end of the year. It is actually possible. Depends on the severity of what he actually broke. If he broke his tib, his fib. It wasn't a compound, which is good. It reminded me a lot of the Gerard Yayi one, the way he come down. But obviously, Yayi had that compound fracture and never played again. Pezet hamstring, now confirmed as 4 to 6 weeks. And Will Penasini's groin, 6 to 7. 6, 7? He's not going to do it. He's not stupid enough to do it. Damn it. Oh, Michael, that's a fine. Michael did it. Got him. Got him.
Yes.
Will actually told me he was going to be back this week before the game. And then obviously in the press conference, Royal said he's not going back to the week after. I think they had kind of no option but to rush him back, to be honest. So I know that Mohammed Alamidin is on standby as well, just in case Will does go down. I think Arrows will move to the centres there as well. So could not fit on there. Sean Russell out with a HIA as well. And obviously after I did that graphic, I think that's Bailey.
That is
Twiddle, obviously AC joint was to be determined. Now, they're saying grade 3, he's got more scans, but 3 to 8 weeks for most sports players to return from a grade 3, just depending on the severity of it. Obviously, it's a grade 3. But, you know, how he can get the toughness to get through that and all that kind of stuff. It could be up to 12 weeks as well. So, not great to see. Fuck, that was a lot to get through. I'm going to throw to everyone now. We need to sign some players. We're sitting at 28 as it stands. One of those players is obviously Ryan Madison, who will not be featuring. That's 27. And then you've taken away 3 players for the season. That's 24. And you've got another 3 players out for the next 6 weeks. So 21 players we're sitting with currently. 21 top 30 players plus development players we're sitting with at the moment. We need to make a signing. Now, Mark O'Neill, and once again, no disrespect to Mark O'Neill, he should have been on the phone today to every fucking NRL club possible, seeing if anyone's available. Because we need to sign someone, and there's blokes out of favour. Now, obviously, these 3 have, you know, been targeted. I think Jerry's going to come back. I'm going to get his name wrong now as well. Bronson. He's going to come back into the Dogs team with Crichton out. Tago out of favour and Timoko as well. If you could sign one player, Michael, who are you signing? Who does the job for us? We need someone that can cover centre and wing, I believe.
I think last week I said Sherry, and I still stand by that. I just think he's speed and size and experience.
Yep. Jake, you weren't here last week. Who you got, mate?
Sherry easily.
Yep. Jason?
I'll take, is it Tango or Tago?
Oh, we're not getting into pronunciation. Just say it as
Tango.
Tango. I don't think he gets in. I don't think he gets back into the Penrith side. So I reckon he's right. Let's get him.
Yeah. I still think Bronson's the best one, just for the fact that I feel like we need a winger at the moment. We don't need a centre, and I feel like he can cover wing position better and can move in the centres if he ever has to. So I've got your boys' obviously thoughts on that, Jack. We need a forward. We've got plenty of fucking forwards. No, we've got plenty of forwards. Just got to give them a fucking chance. That's the difference.
Yeah, well.
We've got plenty of forwards ready to go, but we're still prioritising lower grade comps. So we don't.
Matelli and Brown played well in Reggie's yesterday.
They killed it in Reggie's.
Well, Desire's on an extended bench as well. You know, you still got Will Larcher, someone who hasn't debuted as well, who can cover positions. You still got Brian Talangi stuck in SG Ball. Like, I think SG Ball season comes to an end soon. Hopefully those kids start to push through. Let's get to some news before we get into this week's game. There's obviously a lot fucking happened. First of all, I'd like to welcome officially the Dolphins and the Melbourne Storm to the 50-point curse bar. It's great to see, you know, obviously Craig Bellamy there. That was fantastic. It kind of put things into reality for us. I was so angry all week after that Penrith game. Watching Melbourne get beat by 50, it made the world a better place. Like, I woke up with a smile on my face on Saturday morning. I was pretty happy with it. So, junior rep results last week. All teams are playing finals. Congratulations to those teams. See how they go there. Lisa Fiala and Tashi are finished close to the top as well. So, Harold Matson and SG Ball kind of just scraped in, but SG Ball only had the 1 loss and 1 draw. So, pretty close competition. Troy, I'll let you touch on this one, mate, because I know you obviously knew him pretty well as well. Obviously, the passing of Neville Glover. I've had the opportunity to meet him quite a few times. I don't know if you've interviewed him or not, but I know you've obviously met him with some certain things. I'll let you have your say on that. And obviously, what Neville meant to Parramatta. I know he's a lot more than a player. When you speak to a lot of people around the club as well, he's one of those blokes who's constantly turned up for the club whenever the club needed him. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, definitely. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to interview on the podcast. Wish I did, but look, I mean, a lot of fans will probably remember him for his most, I guess you could say, worst moment in the 1976 grand final where he dropped the ball in the corner. But other than that, look, I met him a couple of times at events, as you said. One up in Newcastle, especially. I think it was last year. Always had time for the fans. Served in the police force as well. Yeah, just a great man and will be sorely missed around the place, his former teammates especially. And yeah, very sad news.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a good
Moving
point.
on from that, obviously the Anzac jersey was released. It's a gold jersey. People think it's yellow. I haven't got mine yet. I've seen a couple of photos of it in person. It appears to be a lot more yellow than I was hoping it would be. It was meant to be gold, but what I know, I didn't have any say in it whatsoever because the club hates me. So, but yeah, Anzac jersey obviously to be worn against the Manly Seagulls out there at Brookvale Oval. I love it. I'm all for it. I think it's fantastic. I like how they combined the three jerseys. Oh shit! But yeah, they combined three jerseys that were an option and made it work really well together. But once again, what would I know? Thoughts on that jersey? I know you love your jerseys, Hayden. Thoughts, mate?
Yeah, I think it's a very nice jersey. There's been some jerseys over the years that have been hit and miss for me recently, but I think this one's a nice design. As you said, a couple of different designs going in there to mix. Haven't seen it in person myself yet, so maybe the club hates me too, Adam. But looking forward to definitely seeing the jersey at that game at Brookie.
They didn't want to send us one to do an unboxing video, Adam?
Oh, no, I don't think that's going to happen. I've got my jacket. I've got my jacket there, my 86 jacket, not provided to me. Troy, did you get your 86 jacket?
No, I missed out on one of those apparently. A few other people I know got one for nothing, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh, fair enough. Right, let's move on from that. Don't be too controversial there. Oh God, Troy, you don't go there, mate.
No. I'll be blacklisted.
Yeah, you let me on videos. As I touched on earlier, Charlie Geimer played a great game. He's been extended to the end of 2028. So, look, good to get that signing done. Obviously, he hasn't set the world on fire since his debut, but I think it's there for Charlie. I still don't think we've seen the best footy from Charlie. So, obviously, he's getting an opportunity to play some regular first-grade footy now, go through to 27 and 28. I'd have him starting a lock this week. I still can't get around the Dylan Walker starting a lock. I'd have Charlie Geimer starting a lock and then Walker coming on after 20 minutes. It's pretty simple. Obviously, as a front rower is his preferred position. He's got pretty small for that, body position now as well. So I'd have him at lock and go from there. So Jaden Sewer, remember to be on the outer at the St. George Illawarra Dragons. He has a he's got a player option for next year, but it doesn't look like he'll be taking that up. Everyone's kind of waiting to see what happens at the Dragons at the moment. Jack, would you have Jaden at Parramatta?
Absolutely, I would. He's a origin level back rower. He defends hard, hits hard, runs hard. He's not even 30 yet. I think he's 20 or 29. We have a back rower who I won't name who can't really defend and make stupid errors. We can give him a bit of a rest. We can move in someone like Sewer, run off Moe. I don't hate it. So what we want to see is Dragons lose by 90 this week. And Sewer gets so mad they just packs up the middle of the night and leaves and lands at Kellyville.
I know you're obviously a fan of him, Hayden, so I'll let you have your say. I know how much you love him, being a Queenslander as well.
Yeah, he's quite young too, which, his best footy seems to potentially have been and gone, but under someone like Jason Riles, who's shown to get the best out of players, this could be a massive signing. And we've been looking for forwards for a while. It's more props over the years that we've talked about, but I guess this could be considered as one of those X-factor signings in the back row. So there is some games where you think, oh, geez, for Jaden Sewer, where he drops the ball and things like that. But I think
he'll fit right in. He'll fit in perfectly then, won't he? Yeah, I think the game's changing as well. We know the game's changing. The game's getting quicker. So he could be a second rower now. And he said he's young. He's turning 29 soon. So he's actually older than you. He's younger than me. He's younger than pretty much everyone else. He's older than you and Jack. But, yeah. So, Jack and Jake, I think. Jake, how old are you?
Me, I'm turning 26.
Yeah, so he's older. So, but, yeah, I'm all for that signing. And I asked the question. I was told I hope it happens. So let's hope we're in talks with him. Let's see if something happens there because I can't wait to get around that There's the jacket you didn't get, Troy.
Oh, that
bring
looks
up.
great.
And it does. Fits well too, actually.
Does
Next
it?
match
Yeah.
on Sunday. It is the Parramatta Eels versus the Gold Coast Titans. Look, obviously there'll be no Gold Coast Titans fans there. It's a Sunday 2:00 kickoff at CommBank Stadium, round 6. Big chance to go 3 from 3. Shout out to Clarkey from Clarkey's columns. I know you hate Parramatta so much. You'll be there. You'll be tipping the Titans. You'll probably be the only one there that supports the Titans because they've got no fans and they fucking suck. Let's get to the team list for this game. Obviously, there was some forced changes. We would like to see some more, but there is some forced changes. The team list, Joe Ash retains that fullback position. Congrats to Araz Nanva, who will debut on the wing most likely. Josh Adokar stays there as well with the rib cartilage injury that hasn't been documented. And Will Penasini returns with Brian Kelly in the centres. Kind of no other options there, guys. I think Will's about a 70% chance of playing as well. Volkman currently named as 6, Mitch at 7. Everything else is the same as it was the other day, all the way down there. I still have Walker on the bench. Bench of De Silva, Tuivasa, Charlie Geimer, Luke Moretti, Jack DeBell, and Team Cum Brown moves into the 19. Mohammed Alameden is the 20. Big chance of coming in on the wing. If I think Will Penasini drops out, Arrows will move to the centres. Ches gets closer to making a debut, and Lorenzo Talatino also a chance there of making a debut. Your thoughts on the team, Jason?
I think it's all we've got left, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We actually got 10 players there.
I mean, even up is gone. I mean, yeah. Look,
when you look through the team, I'm pretty sure that Nanva is outside the top 30. I'm reasonably sure he might be a dev player. Jez is a dev player. Lorenzo is a dev player. I'm pretty sure Charlie's even a dev player this year. I don't even know if he's even. I don't even know anymore. It's hard to keep up with, but yeah, no, you're right. It's fucking what we've got left. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, all I say about these ones is statistically this is a loss after Easter Monday, and so hopefully we step up. If we defend and play like we did in the first 20 minutes, we will thrash the Titans. But I need Riles to tell Parramatta, once you play well, it doesn't mean you stop. You need to keep playing well. I don't know why we have these massive downs and massive highs. But yeah, it is a danger game. Even if it's Titans, it is a danger game because we don't win many Sundays after Easter Mondays. So yeah, hopefully the young guns bring some energy.
Okay, big say turnaround. Positivity. I'm certainly glad that this is the first game I'm going to miss in 2 years after that positive energy from you. Jake, mate, your thoughts on the team and the game?
I got a few things. I think I've said this before, but I think Jack Williams just needs to not be in that props role. I think Kelman needs to go. He needs a break. He needs to have a little bit of a shift out. Get Jack Williams on an edge, please, in that second row role. I'd play Charlie Geimer in lock, like you said, to start. I don't care if we start Sam Tuivasa or Luca Moretti, or even, you know what, I wouldn't even care if we started friggin', it probably won't, but
Talon De Silva?
Talon De Silva at prop? Question mark? No. I'd be starting Moretti at prop. Because I like the whole Sam Tuivasa on for Paulo kind of thing. I think surely, and I know we're shot to shit. I do, but please surely tell me there's someone that we have that we can play that isn't Brian Kelly. Please, just anyone. I don't care who it is. I actually don't. I'd rather you play Jack to friggin' Bell in front of him. Anyway, I'm kidding. That's not true. But yeah, I don't know. I just there's changes that seem to need to be made. I know we're shot to shit, but like, it feels like Riles is starting to get into a habit of not making changes for players having poor performances. And I have a big issue with that, like we had with Brad. Like, we thought Riles is that guy who, when someone has a shit performance, they get subbed or they get swapped the next week. And it's been now a few in a row where that hasn't happened for me. And that's, starting to get on my nerves.
Yeah. Troy, thoughts?
Well, it was slim pickings this week, wasn't it? But it's always good to see a debut on the wing there. So congratulations in the NRL. Great to see. Good to see Will back. But look, I think Ron Volkman, that's an interesting one. I think, look, he was at the club last year. And look, this could be an opportunity for him to have that position while Jonah's out. But I guess if he doesn't perform, then the younger one will come in, Lorenzo, I guess. So just to see that he's got a little bit more experience, obviously. But, there's not much else you could do with that team. I'd have Dylan Walker. You've said it before, Dylan Walker on the bench. More of an impact coming off the bench. It was actually good to see him show a bit of emotion the other week as well. He felt like he let the team down when he gave away that penalty, and it really meant the loss really hurt him and it meant a lot to him. So, but yeah, I'd have him off the bench as well.
Yeah, for sure. I got everyone now. We'll get to our results of the raffle before we obviously go to our bowl predictions. I've drawn the raffle, the Talking Parra raffle. So first prize was 2 tickets to the Legends Downs for the Eels vs Canterbury game coming up in 2 weeks. That winner was Craig Jeans. These people all get an automatic email as well. Craig Jeans was the winner there. The 2026 Eels signed jersey was Daniel Meehan. He won that one. Third prize, the Parramatta Eels store online voucher was also Daniel Meehan. So I don't know how many tickets he won. Once again, this is automatically done by, I don't know how it's automatically done. It's done on the website. So the $100 Babies to voucher went to Benny Fuckrolden. Fuckrolden.
Oh, jeez.
Poor Rolden.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Oh, jeez.
His last name is Fakhroldin. Anyone want to try and say that?
No, I need to see it too.
It's Fakhroldin. I'm going to send it to the chat, and if anyone can nail that next week, we'll just start the podcast by using that. So, and then the Talking About how it went to Joanne Roberts. So that's pretty much it. So that's done. That's drawn. Let's go to our bold predictions. Actually, no, we'll go this first. Michael, do you reckon Lorenzo plays? Reckon there's a bit of gamesmanship going on here, or you don't know?
I don't know. I fucking hope he plays. The only reason I think he can't is he won't would be because of that HIA. So I would like to think if he doesn't.
Last week, wasn't this week?
If he doesn't play this week, I'd imagine he will definitely play next week.
I'd be dating him against the Titans over dating him against a grudge match against the Dogs.
I agree. I agree.
You know, like no disrespect for the Titans, but you've also been pumped by 51 this year, so I'm showing you disrespect. You know, so yeah, I've got to debut him. I've got to debut him this week, just to get ready for that run home as well. What are you doing, Jace, Lorenzo, or are you going Volkman? Someone said Volkman might be in there just for his goal kicking ability. Obviously, your boy Crush, Joash Papley, he's also a very good goal kicker, and he's obviously at fullback. So surely we're not playing it still based on his goal kicking ability.
If we take a step back, I think something needs to be taken off Mitch. Maybe it's the goal kicking, if it's not the captaincy. I think he's injured. I'll go back to it. I think he's injured. He's I've never seen him run so slow and into a gap fucking bigger than fucking, like I said, with the Red Sea being parted. Like, he scored those tries in and out. Anyway, what's the question, Lorenzo? Yes, please play him. Please play him. I actually like Volks. Like, I actually think he's a really good bloke. He gives a lot of time to the fans as well, especially with those training days and stuff. I think he's a great bloke. I just don't think he's NRL level. He might do a job, but I'd much rather start blooding the young guns. And this kid's got a lot of hype, so we'll just give him a go.
Yeah, you're 100% right too. And look, we're not going to obviously hide this, but Volkman's had a pretty rough deal as well. Like he's been dealt a few things in his life, and one of them's been some pretty bad injuries. So obviously, I forget how young he is as well, and how promising he actually was as a junior coming through. So yeah, like we actually see Volkman play with Moses in the last year, or did he always play when Mitch was out?
Volkman started at 7, and then Hawkins jumped in when Volkman came back. When he came back from injury, and then they both fucked off to cut when Moses came back.
Yeah.
Someone said that Volkman is leaving. Not sure why Riles would play him in front of Renzo in the future. Good shout, but there's a lot of reports going around that Appa Twiddle is obviously leaving as well at the end of the year because his path's blocked. So I guess wait and see what happens there. He's only played one game and people are talking about him leaving already. So I've been hearing that before he even debuted. So bring back Footy Dean. I think I've got everything. Yeah. Let's get to our bowl predictions for this week. Wherever the fuck they are at the top. How are they up the top? Bowl predictions for this week. Obviously, score, first try score, and prediction. Then we'll draw that winner of the prize. Trey, mate, we'll let you go first because your boy's back, and we don't want anyone to steal it from your boy.
Okay. 46-18, Parramatta to win. Will Penasini, first try scorer. Mitchell Moses, bold prediction to kick all his goals.
Oh. And he'll only get one. He'll only get one kick and kick it.
Well, if he gets one kick and he kicks it, I get the bold prediction.
Oh, Troy's found a loophole.
No, not one for that. No, you can't have that. He's got to kick more.
Okay, minimum of 3 kicks. How's that?
4.
Okay, 4. Okay, there you go. I'm happy to cop that.
You got that, Jez?
Actually, make it 3.5 kicks, Jez. Just while you're working on it. Jason,
average from yesterday and then.
Jason.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we defend well. I think we put on a decent amount of points. So let's say 32-12, Parra. First try scorer is going to be Joash. He's going to run straight through. And I do want to do a Mitch Moses bold prediction. I say he scores 2, sets up 3.
I'm going to jump in next. I'm going to go pretty bold, but this is the first game I've missed in 2 years. First home game I missed in 2 years, and every time I miss a home game, Parramatta usually fucking come out and crucify someone rubbish like, the Titans or Cronulla or someone like that. It's never a game you care about missing. It's never a Bulldogs game or, a Newcastle game or a Tigers game or whatever like that. So I'm going Parramatta 46-4. I'm going very big. I'm going my first try scorer. I'm all about the dream debuts. And I'm going the dream debut that I'm going to give it to Ares, first try scorer. My bold prediction is for Lorenzo Talatino to get more try assists than Mitchell Moses. Pretty bold, seeing so he's not actually named to play.
That is bold.
Fair.
Yeah.
So you could be wiped out even before Sunday. Before kickoff.
I'll post it 24 hours out at the wedding on Saturday night. Jack?
Well, considering that my best mate is a Gold Coast fan, I'm going to go that we win 40-10 and fucking kill them. Actually, no, not respectfully. First try, I'm going to go Brian Kelly. And I'll go bold prediction, Brian Kelly, man of the match performance against his former team. 2 tries, 2 try assists.
Wow.
2 missed tackles?
2 balls.
7 missed tackles.
6 offloads for no reason.
7 missed tackles, 32 offloads, and 40 of them were ineffective.
And 1 field goal missed for no reason at all.
A
I think you
2-point
guys
field goal.
just supporting the team that's on the field too. I think you guys are doing a really good job in your bold predictions of supporting the team that's on the field. Nige Brown, thanks for viewing.
Except for Adam, who's picking Lorenzo to do something who's not named to play.
He will be on the field though, and Adam will support him.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Mika. What are you doing, Mika?
I think it's going to be one of those cliche games we have against the Titans where it turns into a high-scoring touch footy shootout. So I'm going to go 36-34. And I think we win it because they do it to us all the time. All the time. Yeah. I'm going to go us winning just because we're at home. So us 36, them 34. First try scorer, I'm actually going to go, I don't know, Paulo. Just for shits and giggles under the post because everyone will be expecting us to spin it wide. And the bold prediction, I'm going to go Moses with a sin bin this week. I reckon he'll gob off again. Despite the fact that I think he did really well last year at controlling his temper with the refs, I think this year he has not.
No, he got a warning this week. So
Mika, do you realise that this is also a visual medium?
Yeah, people keep whinging about me, Mike, so I'm just trying to fucking make it work, all right?
He's just repping the talking Parra guys. He's just
It's really good.
I can't win both. It's either you hear the microphone or you see me melon. So take your pick.
I'd rather see your pretty face, Mika.
Speaking of gobbing
there
off,
we go.
with that microphone, to be honest. Jake, your thoughts? Any bold prediction?
I'm going to go same score as... I'm going to go 22-20, sorry. 22-20 is my score. First try scorer, Adokar. And are you ready for this bold prediction? Brian Kelly to drop the ball all game. No mistakes, no errors. That's my bold prediction. Is that bold enough?
I thought he said to drop the ball all game.
Yeah, that's what I thought he
I
said.
swear he said
No,
drop
no,
the
no,
ball.
Yeah,
No,
he
He
said
absolutely
drop the
did. He absolutely did.
Yeah.
I said not to drop the ball all game.
Ah,
Zero
no.
drops.
I'm going to check the
No
order.
errors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely
Yeah.
wrote Kelly drop
Does
ball.
does that
all game.
include his offloads that go to ground?
No, as long as
Not
like
if
if we retain possession, it doesn't count. It's just
Okay.
got to be no errors. No on the NRL app, it can't say he has a single error next to his name.
Yeah.
If
All
Riley Smith
Alright.
bomb dives on the ball and lands on it, not an error.
right.
No, that's it.
All right, Hayden, what do you got, mate?
I'm on the same page as Mika in a bit of a points close game. I'll go Parramatta to win 26-20 with no confidence whatsoever. Troy, I think he does score this week. Will Penasini, first try scorer, straight back in that side over the top of, I think it's AJ Brimson, who can't defend in the centres. Bold prediction, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a night day for the back rowers. So I'll go number 11 from both teams to cross over, which is Ara Mahal and Kelma Talangi.
Who was that?
Ara Mahal and Telma. No.
Tom McCullough.
Both 11s.
Darren Lockie is out.
Yep, both 11s to score is what I wrote down there.
Speaking of pronunciations, the lady in front of me told me that it's actually not Tuivati, it's pronounced Duivati. And it's just taking
Dua?
the piss out of me. Yeah, Duivati. I was like, mate, we've been fucking doing Tui. I can't do Dewey. I think you're talking to Adam Dewey. So I need to.
Yeah, especially last week.
And then she goes, "It's not Dewey, it's Dwayhe."
Dwayne.
I know. I was like, can you shut the fuck up and let me watch the game?
Ooh, Dwayhe.
All right, Jez.
All right,
your-
I've got Parramatta winning 36-18. Michael, you jerk. I had Junior Paulo as my first try scorer just because why not? After all the conversations happening tonight. And my bold prediction is a De Silva double.
Oof.
Yeah, he's going to skirt out a dummy
He
half
only
2
got one,
times.
2 weeks ago,
Like it.
3 weeks ago.
I'd like that.
You almost had a hat trick and then you got absolutely fucking crushed. All right, let's draw this $100 winner, then we'll go some questions. Before we get that, boys, as I draw this, I want to over-under for Saturday. Michael, 15 plus drinks. Over-under.
Over.
Jez?
Over, well over. I was on a
Over.
bus with him for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, let's raise it. 18 drinks. So 18 over-under.
Still over. Well over.
Yeah, still over. It's
Jace?
pretty pissed. And you're buying, so he's going to
Over.
cash in.
Over.
Troy?
Over.
Who'll have more drinks, Troy or Michael?
Troy.
Michael, obviously.
Who'll be more drunker,
Oh,
Troy or Michael?
obviously.
Troy.
Troy will be drunker.
Troy's just gone challenge accepted. He'll be more drunker. Fucking come at me, you motherfuckers. All right, let's get to this. Let's go find this number generator. How many fucking people share? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can't even get this. Because it won't scroll down. How many people there?
There was 14.
There's a couple of because there's a couple of comments you already started. So 14. All right, 1 to 14. Get it going now. Can someone give me some music?
Well, there's a bigger question we need to know: is how much are we going to eat, and what are we going to eat after the wedding? What's the
7?
nearest? Where's the nearest Macca's?
A long way away. 7.
Kebab.
Number 7 is yeah, did you just start that then? Or did you count that really quickly? 1,
Oh, I
2,
started. I did it. That is number 7.
He's a drummer.
Oh. Adam Sharwood. There you go. Perfect. Adam Sharwood, you've won a $100 food and beverage voucher to the Station Hotel if you are here in the next 40
I was going
seconds.
to say, doesn't he need to be here?
Yeah, no, I was delaying as much as I could say after fucking
Wait,
days.
no, time
He's
start.
here. He's here.
He's always
Well
here.
done, Adam.
He's onto it.
You're always here. Message the page, Adam. You've won before, actually, Paige.
I recommend the burger, Adam, because I've been jealous of it ever since I saw Troy eat it. So
Yeah, it was very tasty. Very good.
Troy makes everything look good.
Thank you very much.
Actually, on Saturday, Troy, can we? I meant to do on the Bucks. Can we do? Hi, my name's Troy, and this is my first beer. Hi, my name's Troy, and this is my eighth beer. Can we please do that?
of course.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
All right,
see.
let's get some questions in. Lots of rubbish talking to go along with it tonight. Yep. Thanks, Nige. Thanks for your feedback. If I wanted your feedback, that's great. I love it. I love feedback. I've been copping all day from punters and dribblers. So shout out to the folks at punters and dribblers. Reckon, here we go. Cheers, mate. Reckon Parra can get Fletcher sharp. Once Dylan Brown and Bond come out, there is no spot for him. I reckon chuck the bank at him. How do you feel about that?
Oh, it hurts. But he gets hurt a lot too. So catch 22. But if you can invest in him, I think him around Mitchell Moses would be electric. Pardon the
Isn't he
pun.
playing 6 when he's back? Isn't he year 6?
Yep.
Sand and Smith's
They
getting
might not-
dumped. He's the one that's out.
Yeah, well, they might not have
but
enough
they've
money to
both become
pay him
back.
because their entire salary cap is tied up between a fullback and their halfback.
Yeah, look, I see Ponga not being there at the end of this year, so we will have to hold on to him.
I'd be
That's
going
a
after
bold
Lucas
prediction.
and Sharp.
Anyway, this isn't talking Newcastle. I tried to do that on Roasty's
Hey, I've got
post.
my hat on. Leave me alone.
Try to do that on Roasty's post for that. I caught the fucking shellacking just for talking some sense. So I don't think we need him. I know that sounds rich saying that, but we've got a good 5'8" coming through. So I don't really think we need a 5'8". We've got fullbacks galore as well. I'm chasing Dylan Lucas. Newcastle are going to have some cap problems. Everyone knows that, as Jack just said. Dylan Lucas is going to be there for the taking. He's obviously said doesn't want to renegotiate at the current time. So if I'm signing anyone from Newcastle for 2028, it's someone we've had our eye on for a very long time. And like I said, we need to land a big signing. So outside of injuries, is JDB done for the year? Does he get another look in? Troy, mate, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because we would have thought he might have been playing every game so far. He's obviously not injured, but does he get another look in? Yeah, I think he will, especially the way that the injuries are going at this point, unfortunately. But I think he will at some stage, yes.
Yeah. 2027 spine. Where do Iongi, Lorenzo, Appy, Joash, and Fletcher fit in? Who do we lose? Your thoughts on that one, Hayden?
That's a tricky question, but I know you have big raps around Fletcher, but I think Lorenzo is someone who we really, really see in our future more as a now. So I think probably, Appa's got to be in there. Even though they are looking to renegotiate, I'd be trying to get him locked down. Joash, we've seen some great moments from him, can play 1 or 6. Who are the other boys there? It's a hard one with Iongi, isn't it? It's a very hard one with how well he's playing, but these other boys stepping up. I think we probably lose Lincoln Fletcher, which is a tough one.
You got rocks in the head. That was a throwback to Joel there, but mate, Lincoln Fletcher needs to be in reserve grade now because he needs to be putting pressure on Mitchell Moses. He's our next best option as a 7. He needs to be there because at the moment, Mitchell Moses is getting away with coasting through games where he's playing injured or he's playing shit, whatever you want to say. We need that next big star to come through, and we need him to put pressure on our halfback. Because at the moment, Mitchell Moses can do what he wants. He's not going to get dropped. He's not going to get dropped for Ronald Volkman. We all know that's not going to happen. He wasn't going to get dropped for Dean Hawkins if Dean Hawkins was still there. The only way he will get dropped is if a young kid comes through and puts him on show and puts pressure on him. So that's Lincoln Fletcher. Appa, gone. Sorry, I love Appa. Love what he can do. But unfortunately, you can't keep them all. For me, what I'm doing, if Lorenzo doesn't take the leaps and bounds that people expect him to, and I've got big raps on the kid, but by all reports, he hasn't really done a lot in New South Wales Cup this year. I hope he debuts. I hope he takes that opportunity. I'm still moving Iongi to 5'8". I still think Isaiah Iongi has all the makings to be a great 5'8". I think he has a better kicking game than any other options, and I think he's slower through the hands, which slows us down on our backline moves, but could benefit us if Mitch gets back to moving that ball on. So for me, if Lorenzo isn't it, I would be going Mitch, Iongi, and Josh. I'll be doing that for the rest of the year if they don't want to debut him. But that's just my thoughts. Jack, what would you be doing?
Next year, I would have Iongi 1, Lorenzo 6, Moses 7, Lincoln Fletcher and Joash in the halves for Cup. Appa can be the fullback in Cup. If we get stuck in a pinch, he can play in the centres. We know Russell and Kelly nowhere fucking near us. But that's what I'd be doing next year.
Nige, I'm going to say this as respectfully as I can. And I'm going to say this one more time as well. I thought it was great how we kept turning up, but we still fucking lost the game. and we have a history of losing in this club for way too long. So I'm not going to come in here and talk positively like we won the game and we're sitting 5 from fucking 5. You know, we're one loss below where we should probably be now as well, because obviously losing that game, the Tigers never one we're going to lose. So, yep, great heart. They showed a lot to obviously get back in that game. I thought we should have won the game. I thought we were the better team. Unlike Michael, I thought we were the better team. We didn't fucking win the game. And the reason we didn't win the game was because players who should be standing up and players that should be excelling aren't fucking excelling. Like, they're being shown off by players that actually want to be there and actually want to play for the fucking jersey. There's other blokes that just don't seem to care. They're there for their paycheck still. So I'm not going to be positive about that because, fuck, I think every single one of us here, if every single one of us had played footy, or some of us had tried to, some of us sucked, Michael. I think that if every single one of us had the chance to put the jersey on, right, and play for Parramatta, we play with a lot more fucking passion than some of those blokes out there at the moment. I think anyone would know that because we care more. Like Michael said last week, we're here for fucking 50, 60, 70 years, whatever. We pick our club as a kid, and then we stick with that club till the day we die. Players are here for 10 years. One player's here for 1 fucking year. He's here for 1 year to try and excel his career, and you want me to support that? No. Fuck off. No. Anyway, any other questions?
Respectful.
Just hang on quickly. Knights knockout champion 1994, mate.
I lost one. I lost one in controversial. It was a referee's fault. And it actually was the referee's fault because we actually got to go to state because they worked out it was one of the players' brothers that cost us the game. And we got 7 penalties in a row, and it's him being, it wasn't me. So, any other good questions? How many years has Moses got left? Yeah, good one. Michael, how many years has Mitchell Moses got left?
Isn't he 2029 or 2030?
That's what he's signed to, but how many years does he have left?
Oh, sorry. I think he'll be. What are we at 27? He'll be there in 27 and 28. 29 will depend on how Fletcher and Lorenzo go.
He is 31 years of age.
I
think he's better.
3 years max before his body. I think his body starts failing him.
I think he retires an eel though.
He retires an eel.
I don't think he'll go elsewhere.
I think he retires before that contract's up. I always thought that when he signed it. I thought we just signed it knowing that he probably would do that. So,
it really depends on Lincoln Fletcher, in my opinion.
It doesn't just depend on Lincoln Fletcher. It depends on the club. And when the club pulls the trigger on Lincoln Fletcher and gets him up in the New South Wales Cup and then first grade. So, Jake, mate, what would you do? How many years has Mitchell Moses got left?
Oh, this is tough now because, like, you think about players like DCE, like they're still going at that age and relatively well. I mean, he's starting to drop off now, but I think Mitch, to be honest with you, if he can somehow get his body right, he can go for even more time than that, and he's going to do that if he can. Like, he'll get big if let's say 2029 comes and we go right, we want to play Lincoln Fletcher, then another club's going to throw big money at him. There's no way that they won't. Like, he's too experienced, played Blues, all that. Like, he will get a signing somewhere, and he's going to go for as long as he can and earn as much as he can. So, to be honest with you, I think I don't know whether he'll be with us or not, but he'll go well past 2029.
The only reason that Mitchell Moses is not a Rooster is because of Isaac Moses. I just want to put that out there. I'm going to say this now, and this is going to be probably one of the biggest statements I've ever made on this podcast. Mitchell Moses won't pay out his contract at Parramatta and will retire a Rooster. Aiden?
Alongside Kalen Ponga.
I don't know. I don't know if this is just some weird prediction that I've got, but I love Mitchell Moses. You guys know that, but I have this feeling that he's going to get to a point where a couple of years of captaincy and then he's going to release. I don't know if it's the Roosters, who it's going to be, but I'm going to call it now that Mitchell Moses will not be at the Eels in 2028. 2027, next year, will be his last year as an Eel.
That's to talk about, but I kind of see it. I just kind of like Michael said, like Mitchell Moses wants to win a comp. He's hungry. Like, he definitely wants to win a comp, and the more Parra fuck around and don't back the juniors and I guess don't bring those kids through, the more we delay it.
I think he would have won a comp with us already if we'd put better teams around him at different times. We saw what he could do at New South Wales level. I think we've only got ourselves to blame there.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't blame him if he did leave. I think his best football's behind him, and I hope I'm wrong, but I really do. So, what do you think, Troy?
I reckon he's got 4 years left in him.
Yep.
If he plays smart.
Jack?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Don't know. The way he's going at the moment, I think 2 years max. I think he gets a big money deal. I reckon he gets offered big money to go play his last year and a bit in Perth. They're just desperate, throw massive amounts of money at him, way overs. We don't want to match it because young ones are coming through. He goes, fuck it, let's go there. And
P&G marquee signing, maybe 2028.
Him and Nathan Cleary.
One of them, I could just see a world where Perth or P&G, they struggle the first year or two, and they just throw massive overs. And we go, yeah, mate, if you want to go make coin, bye. Thanks for
Not with
missing
that
your
big
kid's
fucking
birth for
house he
prelim.
just built.
Oh, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it all
Nice.
over social whatsoever. Oh, look, like I said, like I love Mitch's passion for the jersey, and he obviously cares about this club. But like, no one's sitting here bagging out his ability. I just think it's fucking injuries. Injuries have crucified him for the last couple of years. And I honestly, I don't think he should be on the field at the moment. Like someone said there, like Ponga, he's starting to remind me of Kalen Ponga, like Jonathan Thurston that played on that little bit too long and just wasn't himself. Mitch is obviously a lot younger than Thurston was when he retired, but I don't want to see him turn out like Gutho at the moment because Gutho's fucked and Gutho's got a mysterious hemi injury now that puts him out for the next 6 weeks, but the bloke couldn't move on his knees the other day. We all know he's getting another fluid reduction for sure. I don't want to see Mitch go that way. Jace, how would you see it ending?
Yeah, I think his problem is injuries as well. I mean, since 22, he hasn't played more than 12 games or whatever it is for the season. So I think that's his biggest downfall at the moment. Our biggest downfall as well is that I generally believe he's currently playing injured. He's not kicking well. He's not running as fast. You know, if you compare that break he made against Newcastle last year compared to the break he made yesterday, if it's last year, he scores every time. So I reckon if he doesn't sort his health out, he's probably only got about 2 years left because it'll end up being like a Gutho where he just has to take, 6 games off a year to fix himself up.
And the thing is with Gutho as well, like we were the first ones to call for Gutho to be moved on, and it was very unpopular at the time. But we all saw the writing on the wall. Look at Gutho now. The club made the right call there. And people would deny it. People would get cranky about it. People bagged out Michael's mum about it and everything. Not my mum, Michael's mum. They turned around. They put shit on everything. They just kept fucking going. Yeah, you. Yeah. I wanted to confuse you. It doesn't take much. But, but it was the right call at the end of the day. And I want to be that club that makes those calls. If we've got a young half coming through like Lincoln Fletcher who can do that job and he's ready to go, I'm moving Mitch on if that's what it takes, if Mitch can't get regular footy. Because I want to see us win a comp before, I always said before I got old and couldn't do stuff. I'm starting to think before we fucking die, to be honest. So it's going to be harsh. But look,
I don't see Mitchell Moses playing for another club. I see, in a similar vein to Jace, I see injuries being the bookend of his career, unfortunately. I don't see him going. I don't see him pulling on another jersey to retire.
Yeah, actually, I've heard a little rumor that he's looking to come up to Newcastle to play. So him, Dylan Brown, getting that combination back together. Unfortunately, they'll have
Get
to
the band back together.
Unfortunately for them, Ponga's going to stay as well, so they'll have no room for anyone else to be 3 against 13, and they'll lose every game by 80. Of course, points.
Go the Knights.
100%. So, look, that's all we've got time for. We'll say right now as well, it's going to be a bit of a quieter week on the page. A lot of scheduled posts ready to go. Going to have a quiet week, going to relax and obviously enjoy the weekend. So, come back to a lot of it on Sunday. We'll be watching the game, not at the game, from Foster Pub. So, if anyone's in Foster, we'll be at the Foster. Where are we going, Michael? Foster Hotel, I think I said, isn't it? Club Foster?
On
Club
Sunday?
Foster. Yeah.
I'm not going there. I'm going home.
No,
I'll be watching it on me fucking. I'll be watching it on me lounge.
I'll be at Club Foster by myself.
Check-out time is 10 a.m. I'll be back in Singleton with a beer in hand, nice and relaxed for 2 games on Sunday.
I'll be gone by 9:30 to come watch the game at home.
Yeah. Joy, you
At home or at the stadium?
Stadium.
Yeah,
Cool.
he said at home.
Yeah,
A
home
real
game.
fan supporting the boys on the field.
Yeah. You won't be
At
able
this
to.
rate, Jason, we playing.
Might even watch the Reggies again.
Yeah, they play after at Kellyville. They play at 6 o'clock at
Maybe I
Kellyville.
will.
Yeah, you might pop out there.
Then maybe I won't.
All right. So if anyone's in Foster, I'll be at Club Foster by myself, apparently, watching on Saturday. I say my father might be there as well, but he's probably tried to fight you on Facebook lately. So you probably won't have to try and catch up with him because old people should be banned from Facebook. So see you on Saturday. Everyone else, see you next Tuesday, and let's hope we get a win. Good night.
Go
Go
Parra.
Parra.